and we are here to cover up what happened earlier today or yesterday in some places, because now is a new day and some are still in the midnight and all that. So depending on where you're watching from, but this is late hour broadcast. The information we have here is how Biafrans are leaving Nigeria as soon as possible, doing everything to, prove that they are ready to leave Nigeria. Kudos to Biafran government in exile and the cabinet, especially Biafran Prime Minister, who made it possible to make sure that Biafrans have chance to vote and to, air their opinion for people to understand, for the whole world to understand that they are ready to leave Nigeria. The picture before you is in homeland, how Biafrans are queuing in numbers, in thousands, voting in different polls to register that, they are no longer part of Nigeria. That is what we are seeing here. And we are, like I said, we are going to start with this. This is a post from PM. He said, breaking, Biafrans are massively voting for self-referendum, even though after some people have criticized PM and Biafran government in exile, making mockery of the idea of voting and acting as if he has nothing to offer and all that. But we are seeing that even Biafrans in homeland, everybody understands the fact that this is the only way to go, and it is working very perfectly. So whether you like it or not, the voting is on, and you that are watching from diaspora, or maybe you have access to internet, you can as well go to the link and cast your votes, register, and make sure your voice is heard through your voting. We have first commentator here, Obasi. I see you. Obasi said, hi, bro. Greeting from here. Thank you so much. Diana is here. Good morning. Can I report? Good morning to you, my sister. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate your time as well. So, Biafrans are not taking it easy any longer. It is good to do propaganda if that is what you think that will save you. Go on and keep on doing it, but Biafrans know what they want. As we can see here, these are 2 days ago. This card was published. PM shared it, and now the card is in Biafran land. Biafrans are holding it, making sure their voice is heard through voting. What else are you going to say about this? I mean, PM and Biafran government in exile, they are not sleeping. They are working seriously to make sure that everything works in order. Biafran government in homeland are doing the needful as well, making sure that everything works perfectly. Sorry about that. Okay, now this is what PM said here. He said, breaking, Biafrans are lining up in their hundreds at different polling units. Biafran de facto government has defeated the terrorist state of Nigeria. Okay, you can see the lineup here. So don't wait until you see the face of these people before, because I know some of you will be eager to see the faces of these people so that you can start going after their houses and all that. No, it's not going to work. You don't have that chance any longer. You don't have that chance to do that evil anymore. So, my people, what do you think about the effort of PM and Biafran government in exile so far, making sure that this voting is successful? And the pattern that PM is using is second to none. You don't have any excuse to give that you don't want to vote and all that. If you don't know how to vote, people, the hotline is there. You can call the line. People will direct you on how to go about it to make sure that your voice is heard. And the Biafran freedom is not something you can overlook. Do you understand? Even the so-called Oyibo that created Nigerian are benefiting from it. Those British people, I will bring the video, for you to hear what they're saying and what they're doing. So Biafrans are not, they are not sleeping. They are doing the needful, and that is how it should be. What they are seeing here again is, look at it, okay? The Biafrans voting. PM said again, the Biafran self-referendum has recorded the highest votes this week, all from Biafrans in homeland. I think he said, okay, this week, all from Biafrans in homeland. Every poll unit is in rush hour. Please continue to laugh at us. We like the way our fun jazz are at our laughing at our mumu. Just continue like that until the 2nd December 2024. Remember, sit at home 29 of May, starting from 29 to 30th, okay, and 31st. These are 3 days sit at home in remembrance of Biafran heroes and heroines that, that's 30th of May. Normally it is 30th of May, but now the federal government have decided to take 3 days in remembrance of Biafran's heroes. So please keep the Sabbath day holy. Then keep this day as well holy. It is very, very important to do so. So I don't know if you can hear what I'm saying. Obasi said, I hope the Nzama people will not send their fire squad to go after these people. My brother, you may decide to do they may decide to send whatever they want to send, but the God who gives lives will also make sure that he protect it. Most of them that are buying and threatening people that are going to do this and do that, they're not even sure of their own life. So that is life. I'm trying to flip the camera often because I have something on this platform that I must not bring to the camera. So I am being very, very careful. And that is a very graphic image. So that's a very, very, very graphic image. So I'm trying to see if I can get it. Then one of our brother also shared this also as well. And he said, if you have not voted or you are relatives in Biafra land, inform them to endeavor to go and vote. The voting is on. You can see it here. So it is an information that everybody needs to share, on your platform to make sure that those of our brothers and sisters that are still contemplating on what to do and how to go about it must learn and understand the importance of this voting. Your vote counts, and this is a way by which you can help yourself to get it done. 199 days until Biafran declaration. Good job. Yes. Biafran redeclaration, not declaration. Redeclaration, and because it has been declared before, so I understand what I'm saying there. So, my brothers, this voting is a must. If you don't vote, please don't blame anybody. Do not blame anybody at all, at all, at all. Okay? Nigeria has witnessed remarkable progress under Tinubu UN. What a joke. You see, when people, even PM is laughing at that post. when people want to mock at you or insult you, they will say something like this, calling you Boo Boo the Fool. Boo Boo the Fool, you are just a joke. What an insult. What an insult. It's not as if they actually mean it. They know that, but to mock you, that your foolishness is second to none. Uchenna Victor Monday said, good evening, all Biafrans. I am very happy. Or I'm very happy. Or really, what do you mean? I'm very happy. Or really, Biafra. I think what do you mean all hail Biafra? Is that what you mean? Okay, so please like this video, okay? Like the video and keep on with your comments so that I'll be going through it as well. I will always want to know how you feel about what we're discussing. That's the essence of the comments. So and to keep the platform engagement of the platform to make people to understand the people that on the platform to understand that we are not using a fake generated view. So this is organic view from Biafrans. Listening to our broadcast, it is a thing of joy. So my people, if you have a brother, a sister, don't forget to share this information to them. If you are afraid of going to polling unit to vote, please pick up your phone, go to the link. It is self-explanatory. I don't think, like me, even if the polling booth is in my doorstep, I'm not going there to vote because I have my phone. So the best way to vote is your phone. But if you don't, go to polling unit and vote. People are there. They will help you to cast the vote. Some of you will say, "Oh, where is the unit?" If you want it, you have to contact people that you know what to do. Contact people that will guide you on how to vote or how you can go there to vote. Okay, in some case, but I don't think that should be a problem to you because you have your phone. The best thing to do is pick up your phone and go cast the vote. All right. So let's move to another thing because we are not going to waste much time here.
Biafra pants or Biafra money. Biafra money. Na vile kana iye go na rifas ready here. Okakanko but you can't fuzi. Iye ka okanko. And they go the number here kana for Biafra pants or Biafra money. Biafra money. Na vile kana iye go na rifas ready here. Okakanko but you can't fuzi. Iye ka okanko. But you can't fuzi ready. Iye Biafra money here. For the day go we use Biafra money. So, and I don't push my brother. Yeah, we go Biafra money. Yeah. You go carry na padre go na water. Or much. Yeah, see the. Yeah, see. Yeah. Cash coins, yes. Yes, coins. You go carry. Yeah, be yourself here, moi. About not yourself, your guy. Yeah, that go. Omunga fukoya. Oh, this keep his. Keep his.
So it's always nice to see this kind of thing. This is money from his father, and he's promising that his children will see the same money and the bag that his father used in keeping this money. That's Biafran pounds. All right. So let's move to another thing. Let's move another thing because, like I said, yes, this is our broadcast, and we are not going to waste much time in this broadcast. It's all about Biafran self-referendum. Okay, and the message is now going to people that need it. What message am I talking about? What is going on Igbo people in Lagos State in Yoruba land. Some of the Yoruba people are now voicing out, which is very, very good to see. Listen to this. It's just a few seconds video, but I wanted to capture one or two things there.
You're intimidating Igbo people. You sold your land to them, you used the money to go and spray a musician. And now you want to come back and claim ownership. Where is that done? There's something wrong. I beg, listen. Don't let me go there. You sold almost half of Lagos is gone. You sold the land, the courtesy of who? You are now coming to claim ownership of the area. You want to be chairman of the landlords association. Why on paper you don't have anything. What you?
He said you are intimidating Igbo people after you sold your land to them and use the money to spray a musician. You kind of do party, right? But you have sold the land to them, and you are now claiming that, oh, they want to take my land and all that. So it's good to hear. It's good to hear because that is actually what they are doing. And the government of Lagos State are helping them in that info. So Prince Harry and Meghan went to Nigeria, right? And British people are not happy. It is very clear that the so-called royal family have an issue. Okay, they have issue among themselves between Prince Williams and Harry, and I'm not here to discuss about that. To me, it is irrelevant. So what matters is what people think, okay, about uh, the whole thing. For me, my focus and my belief is on Biafra, on our freedom. That's all. Because whether Harry went to Nigeria or not, it doesn't count. And that was why I was very, very angry to see that Igbos, so-called Igbo traditional rulers, travel from the east to Lagos to see him, whereas he's supposed to come down to east to see you, but he did not go there. And some people are mocking at the Igbo people. Oh, you see, he did not come to you. You are not going to him because you made yourself to be like that. So these British people, their media platform, what they said about Nigeria will shock you, despite knowing fully well that these people are, that they are great to their word. Their pounds is still, uh, having kind of weight, courtesy of Nigerian natural resources from our land. Armstrong, I see you, my brother. How are you? Good evening, your time. So these people are telling you that Nigerian is not a country. Listen, because they understand it. You can't even change anything because that is what it is. Now let's listen to them and hear this.
Middle-aged delinquents, not during our lives, have often heard the phrase, the check is in the post. Well, that is what, essentially, the wonderful Duke and Duchess of Sussex are saying, because in America, they take...
Okay, let me start with the first one, which is this one. Let me start with the first one. I think the first one we give you the idea of what they are talking about. Let me start with this one.
During our lives have often heard the phrase, the check is in the post. Well, that is what, essentially, the wonderful Duke and Duchess of Sussex are saying, because America, they take charity invigilation very seriously. You cannot collect money from the public as a charity unless you register every year.
No, I want to look for the one that where they actually have said something that I want to. Okay, okay. Let's continue. Let's continue this one.
What has happened here, the Archwell Foundation, which is the charitable arm of the Montecito duo, has failed to send the check with the papers that they sent in for registration. Now, in this country...
Remember, these people are not happy with the Harris wife called Meghan. The lady they are not happy with her. Some people said they are because she has a link with she have African descent, background because her mother is a black woman. Some people say that because she is not giving, she did not support Harry to be subjugated under royal family and being controlled of this royal family. Some people say that she's very, very, outspoken to their like. They don't like it. So, and some have different kind of opinion against her. And what this white man is saying here is just attacking the lady. Some even called her selfish. I've watched many videos about these British people attacking that lady. To be honest with you, I don't know why. I don't know what she have done to them. But my concern is the way they view Nigeria, and how they don't even expect. They're not happy that Harry went there, and to them now Harry went to Nigeria because of the wife. Okay, just listen.
The Charity Commission, and
Sorry, son, I see you.
Look into this at some time, allows the registration of charities which are nothing like charities. They're dubious organisations which are following political or social agendas of their own, which have very, very little to do with the relief of suffering, which is what most of us understand by the word charity. So that's what's happened. They say that the check is in the post, and interestingly, the statement from Archwell in California spelled the word check in the British way. Q-U-E.
Hadn't thought of that.
Well, Americans never write check except C-H-E-C-K.
I know that, Mike. I lived there 10 years. So here's the thing. First of all, that excuse sounds to me like, Kinsey Schofield hit the nail on the head. It's a bit like a kid saying the dog ate my homework. It doesn't ring true. And there are reports that, in fact, Archwell, the foundation, the charity arm of it, has been delinquent since January. So this indication or implication that somehow it's just a recent bureaucratic blip doesn't necessarily stand up.
No, two middle-aged delinquents, not juvenile delinquents here. You would have thought they'd have attended that because they've got a big enough staff to do this sort of thing. Well, I say, maybe...
Yes, I am live. Yes, I am live, my brother. You said, hello, Kai. I guess you are live. Yes, I am. This is a live broadcast, later broadcast that we are having now. So we are talking about Biafra referendum and a little bit touch on this reaction from British media against Nigerians. So hopefully I am playing the right video because there are so many of them.
Take charity invigilation very seriously. You cannot collect money from the Montecito duo has failed to send the check with the papers that they sent in for registration. Now, in this country, the Charity Commission, and you maybe want to look into this at some time, allows the registration of charities which are nothing like charities. They're dubious organisations which are following political or social agendas of their own, which have very, very little to do with the relief of suffering, which is what most of us understand by the word charity. So that's what's happened. They say that the check is in the post, and interestingly, the statement from Archwell in California spelled the word check in the British way. Q-U-E.
Hadn't thought of that.
Americans never write check except C-H-E-C-K.
I know that, Mike. I lived there 10 years. So here's the thing. First of all, that excuse sounds to me like, Kinsey Schofield hit the nail on the head. It's a bit like a kid saying the dog ate my homework. It doesn't ring true. And there are reports that, in fact, Archwell, the foundation, the charity arm of it, has been delinquent since January. So this indication or implication that somehow it's just a recent bureaucratic blip doesn't necessarily stand up.
No, two middle-aged delinquents, not juvenile delinquents here. You would have thought they'd have attended that because they've got a big enough staff to do this sort of thing. Well, I say, maybe that response that was written with check in the British fashion was the work for the new PR. They've hired a top-rate PR guru.
Do you know that before these people, when they announced that they are going to visit Nigeria, these British people were telling them, no, you are Nigerian, they are not going to welcome you, you are not going to welcome you in that year. You are irrelevant there, and who cares about you and all that? Because whatsoever that Harry and Meghan do, these people will also go against them. The question is, are they not the same people? Is Harry different from their so-called royal family? They are all the same, right? He's from there. But that is the problem. My concern is, why is it that Africans are still, giving these people a chance to play them down, play the game on them? I'm not talking about Nigeria now because Nigerian is worst. Why do I say that they're worst? Other countries, you know, it will interest you to know that many countries in Asia were colonized by the same Britain, and none of those countries are still, you know, allow British people to still pick their leaders for them. But surprisingly, Nigeria is still begging them. Once there is any minor problem, they have to run to England. All of them are going taking medication, medical leave, and all that. Whereas other countries that the same people that colonize them as well, have, you know, moved on. But that goes to what Mazen Kano and PM have been saying, that this country is not designed for anything good. The foundation is not just faulty, it is a mess. It is a mess.
From London to look after them. Of course, Meghan says she doesn't care about Britain. She says she's done with the UK, which, as you know, is an American way of saying they're finished with it completely and forever. She's done with the UK, but she is sufficiently concerned about her image in this country that she has hired a British PR to presumably burnish her credentials and polish her image for the delight of us all.
My bet right now, Michael, is that PR is probably getting it in the ear because she did, in her own way, garner what could be interpreted as good publicity while they're in Nigeria. I have my doubts, but she's come back to this shambles, and all the good work that she thinks she did in Africa has basically dissipated. It's gone. But let's talk about this weird pretend royal tour. If that's what gets them off.
Yeah, just like Bufo Biafra said that we will soon get to where they talked about Nigeria, and here we are. I recognize this particular sentence that the word that he just said now. Just pay attention to what this man in question, this one. Please listen to what he have to say now. It will interest you to know. Some of you have listened to that, but we are going to, you know, listen to that together.
They want to be adored and, you know, idolized as they tour African countries, fine. But they are treading on very, you'll know this, on very, very difficult ground, very tense ground. The royal family doesn't just go, do you know what, where should we go for a tour? How about Australia? Let's go, yeah, we'll go there tomorrow. These tours are planned years in advance, and the countries that the royals honour with their visits are very carefully chosen. And
that royal family, before they embark on any tour, they plan it years ahead, and the countries they will go are carefully chosen. Then they are now flashing to you some countries they have visited in the past that is well selected. Now, what I'm trying to tell you now is that coming to Nigeria is not what royal family is known for. And guess what? The same country that this man is talking about, being Nigerian in this case, you are Great Britain as in your own word and all that. 80% of what make you, you know, great at this present age come from Nigeria, whether you like it or not, is Nigeria. So fewer number of white people in Europe are the one praising Mumu Button of the entire continent Africa. Just, I mean, think about it. What I mean by Europe, I'm not talking about the whole European. Russia has nothing to do with what is going on in Nigeria. France don't have anything. Only these few white people, few people from Britain, and they are the worst among all. Because if you see any white man that is corrupt, or any government that a society or a country that white people dominate and all that, if you see that they are corrupt, go and check those people at the helm of affair. They are politicians, they are leaders. They must have connection with Britain. Britain is good at this nonsense. That Muslims are playing, you know, the kind of politics they are doing today to favor themselves and all that. Myself, selfish, you know, let's help our brotherhood and all that. The idea, you know, originated from Britain. These are the worst people to deal with when it comes to government, anything governance. they are the worst. Worst when they're dealing with you. In their own country, they are very, very careful. They plan themselves and everything. The whole thing is working perfectly. But I foresee that they will still cry later because of the Muslims that are allowing in their places now and all that. It will still hit them because you cannot just commit all the atrocities around the world and you hope to enjoy in your own. It doesn't work that way. That's what some people call karma, but that's not what we're here for. Let's listen to him.
Tell you this, you all know this, Michael, you've been on enough royal tours. There's no way our royal family would set foot in Nigeria, a country where female mutilation, genital mutilation is rife, where women's rights basically don't exist, where hundreds of kids are regularly kidnapped by extremist Islamic groups. This is not a country that should be endorsed by anyone.
No, great. It's not as if they are seeing Nigerian as a company. Nigeria is a company. Come on, it is true now. Nigeria is a company, royal company for that matter. And they are surprised that you yourself, as a Nigerian, as a black person, that you are still allowed this company to function in 21st century. They are surprised. Just see how this man talked down on the. Are you going to expect them to beg, to ask for forgiveness? No. Just here, it is just a broadcaster telling you the details, what some of you are pretending that it does not exist. Listen.
Certainly not our royal family, and these two neophytes, they're naive in what they're doing. They're making this country look good when it doesn't deserve it.
I couldn't tell you the number of royal tours I've been on, and what you say is absolutely right. You know, Nigeria, the Foreign Office and the American State Department both say it's a dangerous destination, you must not go there. It vies with Johannesburg in South Africa to be the murder capital of...
So, compare what they're saying now about Nigeria to what British commissioner normally say when they are doing handshake with the presidency and that is why I told you that they are the worst people to be in your midst in political discussion. British government are the worst. Every now and then we often see their picture, their video of a British High Commissioner in Nigeria paying visits to one of the Nigerians, paying visits to Tinubu, paying visits to Buhari. Mr. Buhari, we are here today to show you British government paying solidarity, one or two things, blah, 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 to make sure that the education of Nigerian, they will be speaking as if they actually care for you. But deep down their system, they know who you are. Now, just that the Prince Harry and Meghan went to Nigeria, only visiting, right? See what the media are vomiting. Compare it with what British High Commissioner normally preach to you people. There is a strength in diversity. The diversity in Nigeria today is what gives you your strength. So you should not allow this to go out just like that. You have to stay together, bond together. You have to, love each other. That there's a strength in your diversity. They will not, when they fly to Europe, then diversity is the reason why we need to separate. We need to be we need to maintain our boundary and our origin. In Europe, the diversity is a proof that you need to maintain who you are and go your separate way. That was why they say Brexit. Britain existing European Union, not as if they asked for total independence as a country, as a nation. No, but ordinarily to be member of the European Union, they couldn't. They will now, fly to Nigeria and they will start telling you that there's diversity. For you to see and Oko as a Nigerian, what do you do? Yes, it's true, sir. With this diversity is actually what gives us strength. The way we stay, as we stay together now, that's what gives us joy. Imagine how the joy that we drive when Spy Go are playing football. When somebody Lawas score goal, okay, from East, we will celebrate. And Mutu Adebayo from Yoruba land we also celebrate. So this football actually unites us. What do you think will be going to their mind? Wow, see this idiot. We are mocking at him, and he don't even catch up. He don't even catch up with the idea behind what we are saying. They will be when they go to their houses. They will say they will tell themselves, "Come on, could you just believe this? That these people actually believe that diversity is their strength." Here he's telling you the way it is. That royal family they don't normally go to Nigeria. That Nigeria is not a country to welcome their people. That is, it's an abominable country that you don't. That place is just to you know siphon money and loot. Nothing good comes from there. Why? What are you doing there? That's what he's saying here.
The continent, and you and I know that in that country there's industrial scale boiler rooms of people who are ripping off people around the world, internet fraud, wholesale internet fraud.
They are not dishing out every evil that attached to Nigeria. Internet fraud. That there's people are from this part of the world that their job is to defraud vulnerable people around the world. Internet fraud and all that. So telling you, Harry, is this kind of country you are paying visits to? And tomorrow they will tell you Nigeria is being blessed with a lot of talented people. Nigerians are very hardworking globally. There are this, that. Can you just go and see the work of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala? We love her so much. She's one of the this and that, blah 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 blah. They will not come back and so gimme. Look at what you are talking about. So you actually believe what you are saying.
Defrauding old ladies, stealing identities, and none of that is ever prosecuted. Now, as we know, there he is on his polo pony playing.
You see this man, you see his age. Elderly man. This man must have, read or watched if he did not participate in Biafran genocide 1967. And he's here talking about how to persecute people that commit crime. Whereas Britain, he don't talk about his own country, his government, that actually have sold their hand in many genocide around the world. That is hypocrite. Anyway, I'm not defending anybody that are committing fraud. What I'm trying to say is that they themselves need to check on their own government. And today, what you have, Britain don't have any place to mine gold in the entire country. They don't have, not even silver, but they have gold reserve. And that answers everything you need to know. They have gold reserve. From where? From who? How? That question is what you need to ask yourself. Then you find out who you are dealing with.
In favor of one of his African charities. As we know, Prince Harry came back and said this country was not safe enough for him. He took his father's government.
Oh, Harry have already shared his idea about Nigeria and that the country is not safe for him. Okay.
Government court over it. Eventually, a judge slapped him down and said he couldn't have a permission to appeal. Otherwise, he would have appealed. Now, he's gone to that country there, where it's an extremely dangerous place. He had, admittedly, 4 burly bodyguards with him. But how he can maintain that the level of armed protection for him when he's in this country, and when we saw him here last week, he had very, very adequate protection. When he was outside St. Paul's, you could see the Metropolitan Armed Policemen around him. He was protected. So what was all that about? It was a defiance of common sense and also reason. One wonders what goes on in his brain.
So, my people, what do you have to say about this? Knowing what we know about Britain and hearing what these people are saying now, I love it when they're saying it the way Nigeria is, and then what they're saying is true. But my concern is to be like that, them and Fulani people. Without British people, Fulani wouldn't have the nerves to do what they're doing. And without Fulani people, Britain wouldn't have anything to gain from Nigeria anymore. Why do they hate Igbo people? Simply because they cannot manipulate, Nigerian resources. Different resources, not Nigerian, because it's come from different land. Biafran resources the way they're doing it now. So they have to put people that don't care about you in order to get back at you. So moving from that to Sowore posted something about Bishop Coker. You know, I talked about Christianity in Nigeria a few days ago in a few of our last broadcasts. We discussed about it, how they are preaching chaotic attitude and behavior to Christians and pretending that they are following the way of Christ and all that. You don't, yes, you don't. Christ don't preach in any violence, and but he don't preach chaotic life. Bishop Coker is at it again. The headline of this post from Sowore said, "These are people." Let me allow the camera to capture it properly. He said, "These are people. These people are for any government in power. Anybody, bring even Lucifer, they will back that person up." Now look at what Coker is saying here. Let me take it. You see, Coker paid visit to Tinubu. Where were Coker when Tinubu, before the election, claimed, mobilized people that put on Reverend Father's clothes and all that, designed like, they put on the Christianity attires and all that to show that Christianity showed their solidarity to him. Don't condemn it. Normally they should say something, and that's the difference between Muslim and Christianity. Imagine P2B. Okay, let me not use it because that one's also Alhaji. Let me look for somebody like who is proud of his religion now in Nigerian politics today. I can't even mention one person. Who is nobody. I just want to use somebody that is a Christian, in well-known Christian that have not tied bedsheet on his head. That is proud of where he comes from. I can't mention one person, to be honest. If I ever type bedsheet, if I ever is that one is a well-known Nagboro. Who will I mention now? P2B have, of course, he has so many bedsheets, style, different color of that. Let me say Abaribe, okay, but Abaribe have not gotten to the level that I want to use. I just want to use somebody that have, that have ripe enough to contest for presidency, like people have been trying to be vice and president all this while. So let me assume that Senator Abaribe, okay, is contested for president in Nigeria, and he mobilized Christian people. They dress like a man and like Shegumi level and all that. And he fronted them as a Muslim cleric that showing support to him to become president of the country. And when let's say media platform, when they were trying to interview those people that he mobilized to ask them questions in line of Islam, which they are portraying they are, and they couldn't have the opportunity to interview them, or it is very people notice very well that the political party that organized those people were kind of they're in a haste, in rush to make sure that these people were not able to grant any interview whatsoever. And the Muslim of the world, Muslim of this world, or Muslim of Nigeria begin to suspect something. Do you think that most Muslim organization in Nigeria will just allow that to sleep, like Christianity have done in when people did the same thing? No. Do you know what they call is it blasphemy in Islam? They said that somebody is like the one that one of the reasons why they buy Deborah was that issue of blasphemy, that he kind of making mockery of Muhammad and all that. If you do that in Islam, the penalty as a jihadist is to stone to the person to buy. But Khan and their group, they saw what people did, mobilizing people, claiming that they are Christians, and all of them couldn't face any camera to grant any interview. Today, nobody's talking about it, and Tinubu is now president. Then, after that, they are now paying visit to him one after another. Look at Bishop Coker. Look at him.
I just met with the president. Okay, yeah, at the presidential villa. I think about yeah, the presidential villa. What are you here for?
I came to see the president.
Okay, let me flip the camera so we're able to understand what he's saying, because I think the voice is quite low.
Came to discuss with the president and we were earlier expected to review and to have a conference which would like him to be in attendance, addressing the theme of national cohesion. So that's really what we came to discuss.
President Bola Tinubu is clocking 1 year in office in a couple of weeks. Would you be kind enough to tell us what you feel? We know you're someone who has been vocal about Nigeria's past presidents. Can you assess President Bola Tinubu for us?
But I'm sure many people will tell you that 1 year is not enough to make a judgment. However, from where we all stand, we know that we are all in a very difficult situation. Nigerians are in various levels of pain, and there are pains that are unintended. But there is also certain policy decisions that hopefully with time can be amended in order to serve the welfare of ordinary people. But I believe that the essence of government is to guarantee the welfare and security of ordinary citizens. I believe that the times that we're in now are very, very difficult times, and nobody should be under any illusion. But there are also times for renewal. We just need to commit ourselves to the fact that building a good society takes a lot of time. It's not something that is done in one.
He said that 1 year is not enough to question his. Oh my goodness, my religious leaders. You people are very, very fun. Anyway, let me allow him to complete what he's saying.
One lifetime. And for me, the most important thing is for us to continue on the building blocks of the things that we think are being done well. My argument has always
Dana,
been
you're
that
right.
the government needs to very quickly improve the quality of communication so that Nigerians can at least get a sense of how long is it going to be before food is ready. Yeah, that's that. I mean, you are concerned about national cohesion. Many Nigerians are afraid that the crisis in the West can go on such as I don't know. Just as a matter of well, no, I don't live in Rivers State. If you meet the, this is politics. Very often we ordinary people cry more than they believe. The important thing is that politicians will fix their problems. Rivers State is a place that is very dear to me because I've been associated with them for a very long period of time. But look, when politicians fight, don't get carried away because they have their capacity to fix their quarrels. And I hope and pray that Rivers State will sooner than later reposition itself because it is not an insignificant part of Nigeria. All right?
So, the most important thing here is that Tinubu should not be judged by, within 1 year. They should give him more time. Anyway, I don't know what you think about it. I honestly don't know what to think about it, and I would like to hear from you. What do you think about what he said?
No, it's not possible. No.
If given £100,000, do you think you can go back to your home country, Nigeria?
Why should I do that? No. Even if you give me £1 million. No, it's not possible. No. I have more than £100,000 now. I don't need 300,000. Nigeria is very nice.
So if given one opportunity, what would you change about your country, Nigeria?
Leadership. All the politicians. Leadership. Leadership is kind of like poor. It's pretty messed up, can't lie.
The system.
These are street questions in Europe. Just listen.
If given £100,000, do you think you can go back to your home country, Nigeria?
Why should I do that? No. Even if you give me £1 million. No, it's not possible. No. I have more than £100,000 now.
I don't need the 100,000. Nigeria is very nice.
So if given one opportunity, what would you change about your country, Nigeria?
Leadership. All the politicians.
Leadership. The leadership is kind of like poor. It's pretty messed up, can't lie.
The system.
I don't like the sound.
Leadership.
Is that all?
That's it.
What's really bad about Nigeria? You can't go and stay.
Education, really.
Corruption is just it's a problem in Nigeria. Our leadership, they are rubbish. We have everything. Nobody's supposed to be thinking of going out of Nigeria. But our leaders are the problem. Just to change the government and look for a better government. Once the politicians are gone, Nigeria should be great again.
So the leaders are the problem.
Once you change the leadership.
Say once the politicians are gone, Nigeria will be a great problem. It will be great again. So when you say Nigeria will be great again, that means Nigeria will. There was a time Nigerian is great. I don't know. Maybe you know that we don't know. I don't know. If you have seen that, please can you mention the year? A year that Nigeria were great. I don't know.
Then the grassroots will begin to grow. People are suffering. People are dying. They are using 160 million to buy Jeep.
Jay, help us. Help.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, we are coming to an end of this broadcast. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate. We are going to be back tomorrow. Today, we are not in a new day, right? So we are going to come back tomorrow morning. We are going to broadcast. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night. I thank you all that comment. I thank you all that like the video, and I thank you that some of you that don't want to like. So I thank you all. Have a wonderful night. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you have not. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you can. Good night to you and have a wonderful night rest. Bye bye for now.